Hey everybody, John Wick here. So I wanted to do something a little different. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to out there is The Way I Heard It with Mike Rowe. And that podcast was one of the biggest reasons why I started doing podcasts. So I wanted to kind of pay tribute to Mike Rowe and format something. It's a story about somebody by the name of Charles. And I think you guys will find it interesting. And it's just going to be something different, and I'm just throwing it out there. It was a last minute idea that I had, and I think it's going to be fun. So, this is the way I heard it. Charles was a simple kid growing up. His Virginia home laid back in the woods, and he cherished his big wheels and GI Joes. It was easier back then, and very few things to even worry about. Well, maybe his mom having to work to get his grass stains out of his jeans. His dad was a businessman, a successful one, and his mom worked in the lab at the local hospital. His brother Aaron was his best friend. One time, Charles thought it would be a great idea to try and drive at age 6. So he got into his family station wagon, started rolling off the driveway, nearly crashed into a tree, and his big brother got into the car and stopped. It's a day they still talk about today. But of course, when Aaron tells the story, he has a different something to it each time, kind of like the big fish story that we all know. Charles didn't want to move to another state over at age 7. But with his dad's new job, he knew they had to. He lived the majority of his childhood state over, where once again enjoyed a pretty simple life. Aaron left for college, and Charles was left as the last son left at home. In his spare time, Charles grew out of GI Joes and big wheeling into skateboarding, playing guitar, learning how to do photography, and continuing the grass cutting business that eventually paid for his first car. After graduating high school, Charles went to the same college as his brother, and they lived together in an apartment for a few years. College didn't last long, though, as Charles wasn't the best test taker. So what did he do? He pursued management in a big box retailer by the name of Best Buy, where he spent 8 years there and learned a lot about business acumen and developing others. He loved that job. During the year of 2013, Charles had a beautiful baby girl. She was born at 25 weeks, 1 pound, 10 ounces, and she spent 104 days in the NICU. I hear today that almost 8, she's in perfect health and tall like her 6'4" father. Fast forward to 2021. Charles found a beautiful woman. Once again, she was another state over, just like he was back in the day. Heck, I hear some crazy story about how he proposed to her on the first date and he wouldn't have it any other way. Guess he just knew that she was the one. Charles is still in management, still plays guitar. He's too old for skateboarding, but he still has his GI Joes and he still looks up to his brother Aaron. That's why Charles, who shares the same name with Keanu Reeves, his middle name, which happens to play a guy named John Wick, which is an alias that Charles, aka John Wick, aka Ryan, is where he is today. Anyway, that's the way I